Welcome back everyone to another episode of Ash's Cricket Career Mode today. Welcome. As we discussed at the end of the previous episode, and I obviously looked at the comments there, you guys decided, let's skip the next two Shield games, let's get stuck into the Big Bash 2020s. It's what you want to see. It's more exciting form of the game, so let's simulate through these matches and see if we do any good performances. The Bushrangers won this match by 4 wickets. I was batting at number 5 there, made a 56 in the opening innings. Did I do anything with the ball? It looks like I've taken a couple of wickets, 2 for 75 and a run out involvement. Not a bad way to start there. And then looks like we went and enforced that follow on in the second innings of the match there. I took another wicket, 1 for 48 with a maiden off 15 overs. Not bad economy rate, caught behind by Matty Wade. Looks like Matty Wade was obviously back in the Victorian lineup there. So we did that and then got an 18-ball duck in the second innings. We ended up getting the victory at 6 for 149, chasing down that score. So that's the first Shield game. Obviously, we're not going to get anything as a result. Obviously, we'll get some skill points, which we'll look into in a moment. And we've been offered captaincy for the Shield side. Holy crap. I will accept that. But what does that leave me selection-wise? Hello, like I'm the captain of the Shield and I'm no chance whatsoever for any of the test teams? It just seems really bizarre. Anyway, we're getting attention for all the other comps except for the Super League, which we're very close for. I think probably our selection hinges on our 2020 performances, which is the only performances that we're actually not quite locked in yet. So the next match we should be doing is a Shield game again. Now that I'm the captain, I will have, lineup duties. This is on the second. Yeah, so we've got the lineup. So obviously we can put ourselves up the order, down the order, whatever. I'm spewing because I was looking through here to be like, is Andy Owen part of the Victorian squad? And he is not, which is a huge disappointment. We should be waiting till the 15th, and we should be able to play a Big Bash game on the 15th of December. It says upcoming first class game is the 29th of January, but I'm hoping the 15th of December we're going to be selected for our Big Bash side, the Brisbane Heat. That is ideally what we're hoping here, and if we're not, yeah, it looks like it. Alright. Fantastic. Have we been selected? I bloody hope so. The Brisbane Heat to begin the Big Bash competition. They'll be taking on the Hobart Hurricanes in an intriguing matchup here. I'm just going to move a little bit more forward on my chair here. But this is it. This is what you guys are after. You're after the Big Bash competition. And it's what I was after as well. I was like, come on. I've got to play with the teams. You got to do it. Got to do it. Got to do it. Alright, here we are in our first Big Bash match. The 2020 competition. This is the first time we've played 2020s or Big Bash games for our state. I'm batting at number 5 under Lynn, Burns, McCullum and Labushnag. Or I hope that's how I'm pronouncing it. But that's where we're batting, which is an interesting place to be batting because you might not get that much of a go if you lose 3 quick wickets. If you lose, you'd probably expect to come in around the 12th to 15th over, and you might actually have to play a role that you're not super comfortable with, which is making runs quickly. Like, you got to be in straight away, and especially with the way these field going, you got Chris Lynn, who's obviously a ledge, Stuart Broad bowling at the other end. But right here, we've actually come in, as I said, probably around that 12 to 15 over mark, making our debut here in 2020s in the Big Bash. And yeah, 11.3 overs scored, 3 for 102, so a pretty good score so far. And the idea would just be to get off the mark, get a few runs. Remember, our one-day form is superb in that limited overs. Haven't scored less than a 50. Obviously, we've got less time in the match here. Stuart Broad going to bowl his 4th and final over. And we're going to have to get into the runs pretty quickly, I would imagine. So it's straight to a fielder. But again, you can get the single if it's just a hit hard enough. Yes. It'll be a single. No!
should have hit it outside off.
But there's the gap in between point and third man if you are going to try and pierce the gap on the offside. Yeah. And again, straight to the fielder. Not a direct hit. I reckon he's in. If his bat's down, he's safe. Are you kidding me? And a couple of singles will be added on the leg side as well. So we're just going to make sure that this 167, 170 scoreline is probably going to be the score we'll be after here. Like, if my teammates can do shots like this and I can just stick around and hit, you know, just overrun a ball, that would be ideal. Probably over the top. If I hit it straight enough, I might be right here. This one's into the gap on the offside. There'll be two. We'll push hard and get back. So there's plenty of gaps if the ball is pitched up enough. That's really what it's just got to be. If it's pitched shorter like that, we can probably get a 2 because it'll go to a fielder who has to come around to it. That'll be nicely ran again. But I'm looking at this field and I'm seeing if the ball is just pitched up nice and straight for me, I should be able to hit it straight down the ground. It's wide. Still want to be able to hit this ball nice and straight. Like that. That was the shot. I mean, it was a little more leg-sided than I was after, but it's still going to be a couple of runs. I thought about turning for the third, but we've decided no. So again, if he wants to bowl it there again, that's fantastic for me. That one's not timed nearly as well. This will just be a quick 2. Rainbird charging back, and he gets there. Oh, Teaslett, sorry. Rainbird's bowling. And that's pushed again into a gap. There's going to be at least, what? Just one. Just one. So 12 from 10. We push up to over that runner ball, as I said. And the run rate we were looking for was probably a 9 and over. Which I think is what we're at the moment, and this will be a single. So he's that will get the strike for the next over. 4 for 135 up to 15. 10 and overseas is at 185. That'll be a good score. So at the moment we're on track for 180. I think 185 would be ideal. Even more than that would be even better. This is a quick single. Not running myself out, hopefully. And I'm just thinking, where is the opportunity for me to take on? There's nothing obvious. Oh, I think he's dropped it. I definitely think he's dropped it. I wasn't sure if it was going to the fielder or if it was going to pierce through him. But it looks like just at the last moment here, he's got to it. Darcy short. And yeah, no, he has not read it well at all. So we ended up getting a life on our debut here. That would have been awkward. And that's sliced away. That's probably the shot I was aiming to do. Slice it away like that before, but he's doing a nice job. Yeah, that'll be a quick single. See, that's really well run there. Obviously timed it a bit better than before, like this. It is going to be boundary. It is going to be 6. As that fielder was getting to it as well. So that was the shot. I identified where the gap was. I hit it there, and we'll get another single here. So I'll retain the strike for this next over. This is a good over from us. There was 14 runs from it. So 4 for 150. Looks like that was a no ball as well, which means a free hit to Heaslett. Jeez, if I knew it was a no ball, I would have tried to retain the strike for it. But Dan Christian, he's gone for 15 already this over. Heaslett, an opportunity to get that to a greater total. He's hit this down the ground. That's going to be 4 or 6. 4. Come on, bowl it outside off. It's wide. Get back. Yeah, thank you. Offside really is a smart choice for any kind of shot. That one again into the stands for 6 more. But it's just, that has to be where it goes if the ball is bowled anywhere near outside off. It's either there or down the ground past mid-off. But this ideally is the great shot. A full toss 6. I don't even know where the ball is. 110 metres. Did it go out of the stadium? This is why you do not bowl a full toss outside off when your field is just not defending it, mate. Have a look at this. Whack. Where did it go? It just went like a rocket. It's onto the second tier. High up into the second tier. And I moved to 33 from 16. The field changed, which means straight down the ground is now even a better option, and that fielder would have been right there waiting for the catch to swallow it up if he didn't move. So there's 2 more to the total. And again, another like 14, 15, 16 runs off this over. What is it? 12, 14, 16, 17 runs already with a ball to come. Yeah, that's 4. I reckon it's 4. I reckon 21 from the over. No, it's not 4. But it'll be 3. Jeez, it's not often you see 3s run in 2020s. That's a massive over. That is a huge over. 20 runs were scored from it. Oh, it was there too. That shot was so there. And again! I'm hitting it. Why am I not hitting it? I'm ready to tonk. That's better. That's 4. If not 6. It is 6. This is what I mean. You cannot bowl it there, mate. He was bowling it. Oh, have I got it over that man? I have. This is again the issue. I take with you bowling like this. That's 55 sixes of 23 deliveries here. Just opened up that down the ground option here again. And goodbye to that ball. So to end the over after it was a promising start from Dan Christian. Is that 3 sixes in a row? No, that's a 4. I thought this one I'd hit just as good. The crowd weren't too happy about it now that they realised, the Hurricanes crowd, that this is not going as they planned. Yeah, that's just bounced inside. But you have a look at the 54 runs from 24 balls. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the leg side, offside there, and 1 on the leg side. The rest was all like singles and 4s down the ground. Or singles and 2s and 3s down the ground. Like there was not much going on before I started to hit a few boundaries. If this is bowled too straight. Or bowled too offside. 6 more. Nice job. Yeah, I'll just punch this away for a single to the leg side. So 198 already this total. This is going to be it's going to be a big total, but it's also going to be a tough total to defend. I think this ground is pretty small. And 200 batting first. While yeah, it's a great score. It's going to be tough, I reckon, to defend. Can we run 2 here? We can. Go there, he's like, yes, mate. Thing. I mean, 3 dot balls and then 3 sixes. That's 6. I know that's 6 because I've hit it. And I hit it well. 94 metres, another big 6. This has been a masterclass of hitting ever since about the 15th or 16th over. Goes again. This time fielder is getting to it. I might be out. I can get caught. Disappointed. Extremely disappointed. Would have loved to not outscore. Jono Wells takes the catch. 35 minutes, 67 from 35 for 206. Played my part though. As I said, when you come in at that point in the innings, you're going to have to go relatively quickly. Here's Jason Holder. Jason Holder to come in this innings here. That's a 6 straight away. So that's where you want to just keep it going. Really, really big score here, regardless of who we're playing as or what ground we're playing at. I mean, maybe if we're at Eden Park, it might be still a below par score, but one delivery to go. Make that 214. They're going to finish on. So a good way to go about things. 5 for 214 batting first. Massive score. Massive score. Chris Lynn, 37. Burns, 45. McCullum, just the 4 runs. But my 67 aided us to push forward for that 214, even though it looked like we were going to get a pretty, 180, 160, 180 score there. So that's a much better field. 151 required from their final 10 overs after they started with just 64 runs in their initial 10 overs here. I'm more than happy to go for singles and 2s because the required run rate is 15 at the moment. So that's out. Is it? No. I lost the ball. It's not on my radar. It's 4. Yeah, it's a single. So again, I mean, you need 15 and over. What's this? This is 6 runs from right in. Yeah, that's just a beautiful delivery because you can't do much about it. If you're going to hit it in the air, I've got fielders galore on the leg side who can chase it down too. Not huge amount of runs. That's in the air. There's a fielder underneath it, unless it goes over his head, which it appears to have done. Still 13 from the over. Not as ideal as I was hoping. Yeah, there. Quick, run out. Oh, end of the over, 14 from it. It's not 18 though, is it? Wow, there was a lot going on in those final overs. The Brisbane Heat win by 70 runs, a massive net run rate to start off this competition is going to be Wildermuth was the player of the match, 3 for 27 from his 4 overs. But mate, I made 67 runs. I made 67 runs. It's disappointing when they give it to a bowler like that. I knew I just needed 1 wicket and I would have had it. Or even if I batted like 2 more overs, would have been fantastic. With that, obviously we see the Heat well and truly on top in the Australian Big Bash. A net run rate of 3.5. That's pretty big. That is pretty big. The Hurricanes sitting there, 2 losses. And their net run rate at 2.27. Negative 2.27, that is. And the Sixers, the Thunder, the Renegades, all with victories as well so far. So far so good for the Heat. But did it affect our selection status at all for any of the other competitions? Because I know that a performance like that, I think we're all very close now for a lot of these, which we weren't previously, right? And we're still getting attention for England. But I think they were all getting attention just a moment ago, and we're now being considered for the Bangladesh Super League. Another performance like that, and I think that can really put ourselves not only into a core member of the T20 clash here, but we can put ourselves into a good position for all of these international competitions around the world. I just looked at our selection status, but yeah, like it's now we've got T20s on the board here. We bowled 12 deliveries, averaging 13 economy rate. Not bad, not great. And now a 67 average in 2020s looks to be close to our first class average. Is actually pretty bad. It's 68, which is not like bad by any means, but it's not as good as our List A average, which is 112. So everything we're averaging well over 50 runs, which is fantastic. The strike rate of 223, that's massive. And 7 sixes already in just 1 game of Big Bash cricket, I think has just been the way to go about things here. So I think that we're in a good position going forward. Obviously, we've got another Big Bash game coming up here, 3rd versus 4th, the Heat versus the Sixers. That will be coming up in the next episode of Career Mode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy today's video. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.